Join us on this tea time chat where we share our authentic perspectives on all things spiritual.
It's real, it's raw, it's unfiltered. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 3 of the Infini-Tea podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you here. Little cheers with our
Oh,
cute
yes.
little,
Let's do our little
ladybug
cheers.
mug.
I love it. I love it. Thank you.
So,
I'm super excited about today's episode.
today's episode
Yes.
is all about spirituality without the fluff. So,
yeah.
especially lately with all the awakening that we talked about in episode 2, there's a lot of fluff.
Yeah.
That
And
there,
trigger warning.
yeah, you might get triggered.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna be real and raw and unfiltered. So yeah, but it's all to help you kind of decipher what is right for you, what is true for you. So this episode 3 is part 1, and episode 2 will be episode 4 will be part 2
Yes.
of spirituality and how to go deep within yourself to find the truth.
Yes. Absolutely. Truth. I love truth. Oh my God. Well, you know what? Like, I always say, like, my mantra is I am truth.
Oh, really?
That's part of my mantra. It's like, I am
Oh.
truth, because the truth is within.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, Cynthia, like, this is a hot topic.
Yeah.
And the reason I say it might trigger people is because it's gonna showcase a little bit of the dark side of what's been happening in spirituality.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
because so spirituality, I think before was used as, from what with my teachers, it was very much a beautiful word. It's like
Mhm.
safe, and it's a place I can go to really find who I truly am, and it felt like a cocoon of peace and safety. And I feel like what's been happening is with the Great Awakening, um, not so genuinely loving, caring people are using spirituality for their own personal gain. And so they're using fluff words like spiritual and guru and all these words,
love
that
and light, with
love and
everything
light,
is
with
love and
yeah.
light.
And
Yeah.
I use love and light, but I kind of I use that to reference like
Yeah,
that
but
higher perspective.
exactly.
That higher. I don't use it for any personal
Mhm.
gain, I guess, or I don't know. But it's being infiltrated, as you said,
Yeah, it's been
and we just want to
infiltrated.
like kind of
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah, and it's so important. And the reason it's important is because there are so many people right now that are going through their spiritual awakening, and what often happens is when you go through that process, you're very vulnerable. And there's a big, like, learning curve that comes with spiritual awakening. There's quests that you go on, you seek information, you want to learn, you want to read, you want to dissect everything
Mhm.
spiritual. And what's happened over the years is that this infiltration of spirituality has come in, and we see a lot of very wealthy spiritual celebrity gurus that stand on stages and have, millions and millions of followers. And these spiritual so-called gurus are raking in massive multi-million dollars on spirituality. And it's not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that it's become a business where they're exploiting something that is genuinely um pure, and they've made it about money.
You know what I find is a good tell is when they're like, this is the way. This is what's
Yeah.
going to make you $1 million. This is where, like, follow this and you'll manifest your lottery win. Or, like, when they guarantee stuff that's
Yeah.
like, no, it doesn't work that way. Like, there's so many people, there's so many journeys and paths, there's so many ways that somebody can get to where they get. and not one way is going to be like the way. And I
No.
think that's my tell, is when it's like this is it. It's like, well,
Yeah. You know what
not
else is a
really.
tell for me, Cynthia? Is that whenever I'm in a spiritual group or whatever it is I'm involved in,
Yeah.
if there's any fear
Oh,
that is put
yeah.
into the information they're sharing. And what I mean by fear is anything that makes you feel like you're missing out, you're not enough, I'm doing something wrong, I have to follow them and do exactly what they say. Any
Mm.
fear based narrative or I have all the answers is a really big red flag for me because nobody has all the
No,
answers. I
no.
mean, like, we're sharing our information, but
Yeah.
we don't know all the
No, and
answers.
here's the beautiful thing. And a teacher, if you have a teacher that says, I have done all the work and I know the way, then like if it were me, I'd run the other way because
Right.
like I I'm always learning.
Yeah.
I'm always growing and I always will till the day I transition to spirit.
Yep.
Like, and even in spirit, I know we're growing and learning. So like,
Yes.
you can't have like an ultimate
No.
knowing, it just,
Yeah, like, I don't know. I've years ago when I started my spiritual journey, and I'm talking probably like 15, 20 years ago. I don't know. Like, I just remember when I was starting to get into the spiritual scene, I remember getting sucked into some of these circles or,
oh,
communities, online groups. And I'm like, oh, like, well, I want to be spiritual. I want to learn about spiritual. I would go to like certain events. And I just felt like, okay, I'm learning, but I would often leave feeling like a little inadequate, like, oh, I'm not good enough, or
oh,
I'm not, like you just kind of feel like you're not good enough, or you're not, how do I describe it? You're made to feel like you need them to
mm,
guide you all the time. and
ah,
and so like
a
as I
crutch.
the crutch, it's
Yeah.
like, well, I can help you and I can help you, and that's fine, and I have nothing against that because I also help a lot of people that way. But for me it's like, when it really comes down to it, a true spiritual teacher or guide or facilitator is going to help teach you that
Mm,
you're your ultimate truth.
yeah.
You hold the answers, and you have to cultivate that discernment and intuition within yourself so that you can tap into that, and you can have all of that around you. You can go to
Mm,
workshops and classes and courses. They're supposed to enhance, but they're not supposed to be your crutch. Like,
no.
nobody can fix you, nobody can heal you. You can heal yourself,
Yeah.
but you can be gently guided or
You know what I
nudged. There's
just
a
heard
difference
is
between,
like that saying, that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it
Yes,
drink. That's
exactly.
it. Like, you can have the support. Like, I needed support system, like
Yes.
for sure, and I still do. But
Yes.
I choose it. I go within and I choose
Yeah.
what I need, and then I take the discernment
Yes.
and I take what I need and I leave the rest, and I use it to heal, like to heal myself, to go within, to learn the lessons, to grow. It's you. I've had like I said in the other episode 2. I have had lots of teachers,
Hmm.
lots. Like I have learned a lot of stuff, and I love them all.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
beautiful. It's great.
Yeah.
I've done. I can't even tell you how many courses, online, in person,
Yeah.
like everywhere around the world, and I every single one helped me be who I am because I took what I needed and I left
Yes.
the rest.
Take what resonates and leave the rest.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
And
beautiful.
how do you do that? You have to go within and you
Yeah.
have to find that, like, what feels right, listen
Yeah.
to your body, and not feel like you need one
Yeah.
person, that crutch, because you don't. It's
Mm.
that these are all just, like, what I'm seeing is in episode one, when we talked about that we're all seeds and we're trying to like grow, and how it's hard, and then we come out, like, and we're the leaf. So
Yeah.
the teachers and these courses, they're all droplets of water.
Yes.
They're helping us grow, but we're the ones who have to take the water
Yeah.
and make it and grow ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so important. I mean, I think that's why I'm so passionate about helping people. It's because like I
Mm.
love empowering
Mm.
people.
Yes.
Like you are so powerful. Like
Yes.
everything you need is
Oh
within
my God, I
you.
love it.
And that's where that's how you know if somebody's embodied spirituality. Okay? Like
Because they want
um
to lift you up.
they want to lift you up, but
Yeah.
they're also letting you fall because
Yeah.
ultimately it's your choice too.
Yeah.
You have to do the work.
Yeah.
Like that's another thing because like I've heard,
Yeah.
like spiritual oh, if you just come to me, I'll heal you. It's
Yeah.
like, whoa, hold on.
No.
Like nobody can heal you. We, for example, like I mean, I do Reiki, you do
Yeah.
Reiki as well. Like we are the facilitator in helping the energy, but it's up to the person to receive the
Oh,
energy and to choose whether they want that for themselves. And it's a them choice.
yeah, it's like it's kind of like in my mediumship. I always say everybody's like, "Oh, thank you so much." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm just the telephone.
Yeah.
Like you're here, spirit's there, and I'm just the
Yes.
telephone. And how
Exactly.
you take what you need to take and how you process it for your own healing is
Yeah.
you. Like it's
Yes.
beautiful. It's between you and that other soul. And
Yes.
that's the same thing with Reiki.
Mm.
We're just the channel, the conduit,
The
like the
conduit.
conduit, right? Like when
Right.
I do like my beautiful kitties like not doing so well, and I was trying to give him some Reiki, and I was like, well, if we can heal ourselves, then why like is it important that I do the Reiki? Because I heard from spirit like put your hands on him and just be the conduit, let the energy flow from source to the body. And so I'm doing that, and I can feel the energy. I can see how he's reacting to it,
Mm.
and it like and they get all comfortable and like relaxed. Um, and I'm like, but why, if he can heal himself, why do I have to do this? And spirit told me that sometimes there needs to be this um, channel between like a physical touch. So like there's
Yes.
like so the energy can flow
Yeah.
from from one physical body or essence to another. Like there's something about the body and the human
Well,
touch.
because we are literally just filtering that energy through and bringing it. um yeah, when I took my Reiki training, they said you don't heal people.
No.
You are just facilitating
Yeah. So it's like
the energy for the patient or the client to take that energy, and then they
and
can
then
choose to heal it themselves.
yeah, so they do what they want. So it's
Exactly.
just like yeah, it's basically just another form like of
Yeah.
facilitation, like you said.
And I'll
Yeah,
tell you what, like when my dog Chico, like near
yeah,
the end when he
hmm
was not well, I wanted so badly to heal, like to heal
yeah,
him, like
yeah,
because you're in pain.
yeah.
And I would try to give him Reiki. And there were times where he's like, I don't want
He
it.
walks away.
He
Yeah,
walked away, and
yeah,
I'm like, oh, I was doing it for me. Like,
yeah,
that's when I realized, like, wait a second, I can't heal him.
yeah,
He's making his own choice, his free will. He didn't want that. And there were times where he needed that little bit of energy
yeah,
if he was in pain.
yeah,
I just trusted him because
yeah.
even though he's a dog, he's also got free will.
It's true. Yeah,
And so it's
every
just,
soul
that's
has free
right.
will.
And we
Yeah.
all have free will. So that's why, like, for me, it's really important that people understand if anyone ever says to you, I can heal you, that is a huge red flag. And
Mhm.
I mean no disrespect to any healer or teacher out there because I do it as well. But I always make sure that people know, like, I can't heal you, but I can help facilitate the space
Mhm.
for you. If you choose to
Mhm.
want to receive the healing, you need to do it yourself. And that's
Yeah.
the ultimate truth because, oh, one thing I was just guided to come back to,
Mhm.
it's like discernment.
Oh yeah.
Discernment, discernment, discernment. Like,
Yeah.
okay, let's dissect that,
Yeah.
Cynthia. Like,
Let's
how
talk
do you,
about that.
okay, I want to hear, how do you describe discernment? And then I'll share my
Oh
understanding.
man. Okay. So, oh, before my awakening, it was very much outwardly listening to other people and doing what they thought was right. But what I started to learn is the little voice inside you that says, hey, step this way or do that. I think we talked about it in episode one
Yes,
when
that's right.
with your that
Our higher self
you
was
would have
being
been like
guided.
that accident
Yeah,
that you would have been
yeah,
dead if you didn't listen to that voice.
exactly,
So
exactly.
once I started to listen to the voice, actually I didn't really listen to the voice and then got like fell on
Yeah.
my face a few times. Like it
Wake
got so
up!
I'll never forget the like one of the last times I was working late and it was like downtown, like not a very good area. And I the I had to go outside to the bathroom because in our office we didn't have bathrooms. And I was like, I heard, take your keys. And I'm like, nah, I don't need my keys. And then I'm like, I heard, take your phone. I'm like, nah, I don't need my phone. And it's like nobody else is around. It's super late. I go outside to go to the bathroom and I come back and I didn't know, but the door automatically locked. So I didn't have my phone, I
Oh,
didn't have my keys,
see?
and I was sitting literally hadn't I couldn't do anything. I think my husband was coming to pick me up like in a half an hour. So I literally had to just sit outside the door and like spirit literally gave me like an hour to just sit in the corner
Time out.
and think about what you've done.
Time out. Check in.
I will never forget that. I was like, oh my God, it was so clear the voice. And I wasn't like connected like I am now, like so not, but it was so clear. And I was like, okay, I gotta listen to this voice. So now I listen to this voice. So I also make time for myself. Like I do everyday meditation. I sit in quiet. And that allows me to hear that voice louder so that when I need to hear it and I'm in the busyness of life, I can hear it.
Yes.
And I also listen to my body tells.
Yes.
So like when I like somebody says something and I'm like start twitching and like oh like start sweating or like then I know okay no
Yeah.
that's not something's off.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of how
No,
I work.
that's good. That's good. I mean, that's awesome because I think maybe we can all our experiences with it might slightly vary,
Yeah,
but like for
definitely.
me, discernment, I kind of almost see them as I kind of see discernment and intuition as separate but the same, if that makes
Mm.
sense. Because, like, discernment for me is pattern recognition. It's
Ah.
like I question when things don't sound right or things don't make sense or I see a pattern repeating and I'm like, I've seen this before. And it's like connecting those dots. But then together with discernment, you have your intuition that comes in and almost kind of helps you validate what you're
Oh,
discerning. So I
that's
kind of
so
see them as
fascinating.
separate. And
See, and
do
I
you know
do
what I mean?
not do that. I don't see the
Yeah.
I just I mean maybe that has to do with like our zodiac signs too.
Yeah, maybe. I
Because
don't
I
know.
just like I go full trust in my
Yeah.
body tells and what I hear like
Yeah.
intuition, spirit telling me.
Oh, I do
Um
as well.
Yeah,
But
but like I
sometimes,
don't I
yeah.
don't I don't have the which is good. Like it's good to use the logical part. And it's
Yes.
funny because we talk about like my husband's like a Gemini like you and very logical. And I'm just like, we gotta move.
Yep.
And he's like, what? I'm like, I don't know, I just feel like we gotta move. And so he's
Yeah.
just very like, okay, let's think about this and let's look at the numbers and like let's look at the pattern or whatever, like
Yeah.
so I think like you said, everybody's different and unique,
Gemini is
but
all about the
yeah.
duality.
Yeah.
It's the dual sign and I think maybe that's why for me it is
I love
like
that.
the intuition and the logic but discernment side. And I always work those. I guess I used to, and I didn't realize it till later on that I was doing this because I trust my gut, but I also there's something in my critical thinking that kicks in and I'm like, wait a second, like that didn't make
You know what
sense.
I've just heard is that's how we start. And
Yeah.
like obviously we all have our own specialties that we like that's how you work but
Mhm.
when they just said like you this is how I started and I totally
Mm.
forgot about it because now I'm so much in the like just completely trusting the intuition that I didn't realize when I started like for the COVID, what we talked about in episode 2,
That's
I totally
discernment.
did that. I questioned things.
That's
I looked
discernment.
that I did that. I did that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I
So
mean.
I built enough trust in
Right.
myself to now know
Yes.
I don't have to do the
Yes.
discernment because I just trust this. But it doesn't even mean that. I mean, that's just how I work. But
Yeah.
everybody works their own
Everyone's
way.
different.
But once you
Exactly.
like learn how you work, then you kind of, I think,
Yes.
go into that
But I
that
think for
way.
a lot of people, maybe that are not fully connected to
Yeah.
that spirit or higher self,
Yeah.
discernment is so important
I love
because,
that the way you split it. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, you can hear something and you kind of go, is that true? And it's like you kind of listen to it and then you check in and it's like I hear it and I feel it. And
Mm.
it's like like I say, to me they're like separate or the same. Maybe it's like mind, intuition,
Oh,
coherence. I don't know. Like
yeah.
I feel like they work together for me because if and I have been all spirit, which has always guided me.
Yeah.
But then there's times where I have to check in and say, does this make sense?
Mhm.
Am I hearing true? Does it sound true? Is it true? And then I go back and forth. And maybe that's my Gemini. I'm like, is
Yeah.
it true? Does it
Yeah.
feel true? It feels true. Okay. And it's the connecting the dots for me. So like for example, let's go back to COVID because that
Mhm.
was a big moment of discernment lesson for many people.
Yeah.
It's like I was watching what was happening unfolding, but something wasn't adding up for me. I was seeing all the information, but I saw the patterns were not cohesive. So what they were saying and what they were doing
Mm.
they were not the same. And I'm like, they're saying this, but this is what's happening. They're putting all these numbers, but when I look at the numbers, the true numbers, they're not saying it. They're saying this and then the next time they're saying this. And so that was my discernment going, something feels off because I can't nothing is coherent with the information.
And
That's the
that
pattern that I'm recognizing.
and that aligned with what you were feeling
And then
initially.
yes, and then I'm like
Ah.
something doesn't feel right. So I was looking at the tangible, the external, and then I was validating it and putting it through my filter intuition and I'm like, okay, now I know there's something really not right about this. So this
Mhm.
is what I refer to with discernment. And also like when we absorb information, it doesn't matter where you're listening, even to us, always use discernment is in. Check
Mhm.
in with yourself. It's like, is what I'm hearing, does that feel truthful to me? You can use that critical thinking, that discernment, that, you know, critical thinking is so important. It's part of discernment, which
Yeah.
unfortunately we kind of seems like society has completely kind of given up critical thinking these last 5 years and have kind of
Yeah.
succumbed to groupthink more than anything else. But critical thinking is such an important skill and it's
Yeah.
connected to discernment and discernment is connected to intuition. It's like if you can have them all working together, you have your truth monitor right
Right
there.
there.
You know exactly when you
Yeah.
listen to someone, it's like a truth filter, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it. It's
Yeah.
like do 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 do. Nope, that is not true. Or do do do
I
do.
love
Oh,
that.
you know what? There is truth in what that person is sharing, but it doesn't all feel truthful.
Yeah.
When you can get to that level, that's discernment
Mm.
and that's intuition,
Yeah. I
right?
love that. It's so true. And it kind of reminds me, um, I guess, because I have the owl totem. It's like we can talk about totem
Mm,
animals later on, but owl is very, very much very alive in my essence. And what I learned is they see through, excuse the language, bullshit.
yeah.
And so what I noticed is the more I tuned into my truth and trusting myself and trusting the intuition, what was happening is people would say something and I would be like, in my head, I would be like, oh, thanks. And in my head, I'm like, that's total bullshit. I'm like, I
Yeah.
totally know that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I know, and I just know.
Yeah.
Like I just knew what was going on, what was happening, and I just knew it. So like I feel like that also plays a
Hmm.
part in it. But I love the way you talked about both of them because I think that is where it starts. Like
Yes.
that's the key.
And at even further or even deeper than discernment, it has to start with asking questions.
Yeah.
You have to ask questions.
Oh, and that made me, sorry to interrupt, but like
No, not at
that
all.
totally made me remember that. I mean, there's times where my intuition, I'm so, especially when I'm like in grief or like confusion, like some emotional, deep, like heavy emotions.
Hmm.
And I'm like, what do I do? That's where my
Mm.
intuition gets foggy because I'm
Yeah.
like, my vibration is lower. So I can't,
And
there's
that's
no clear
totally
channel. So
normal.
what I do is I
Yeah.
go into meditation and
Yeah.
I ask the questions
Yes.
and I just be patient. So, um, that's sort of how I would ask the questions.
Yep.
Like I think, and for example, in COVID, like we talked about in episode 2, I started asking questions, and then the universe just started bringing me the answers. Like the people just coming to me randomly that I was just randomly talking to. I didn't know. Like, oh hey, like I was
Yes.
worried about getting the shots because I wanted to get pregnant, and I heard that it can affect
Fertility.
fertility. And all of a sudden, I start meeting these people that, like, I'm just randomly talking to them, uh, and they're like randomly saying, "Oh yeah, I got the shot, and now I don't have my period," and like, or,
Hmm.
and it was just like that's how I was. Like I was questioning it, asking in my head, and I was getting the answers just from the universe.
Yes,
So it's like,
and so the universe is simply replying to your frequency or
mm,
your, like, you put it out there, like you're asking questions,
yeah,
and
like
then
what's real?
through synchronicities,
Yes.
the universe is always going to show you or
Yeah.
validate you or bring you what you
Oh,
need to know in
so
the
true.
moment. I mean, and synchronicities is also, uh to me anyways, synchronicities validate
Yeah.
my my
Mm.
intuition or discernment.
Yeah, it's like discernment, like, validates your intuition, and then synchronicities validate
Yeah.
that as
Yeah,
well.
because
Like
you're
it's like,
exactly. Exactly,
yeah.
because like there's been many times where, like you said, you're in grief or you're stressed or maybe you're just having an off day and you don't
Mhm.
feel super connected to maybe your higher self or
Yeah.
spirit. And then that's when I go through, okay, like I would like to just get clarity on something, and I just would like, and then that's when the synchronicity
Mm.
comes in and shows me. It's like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because we're always being shown the truth that's already within us.
Mm.
The truth is within, and sometimes we forget that. And so, like,
Yeah.
it's just we're being mirrored back our truth, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
The universe is a mirror, and it's always mirroring to us. So, um, again, it's that what you put out will come to you. If you seek, the universe will bring it to you,
Oh, yeah.
right?
You're
So,
bringing, like you
oh,
said, the
that's the
reality.
what is that universal law? The universal law of, oh, there's is it reciprocity? Not reciprocity. Oh, there's the universal law which is all about that. Like,
Oh,
ah, shoot.
the energy you put out, where the energy goes, or the energy
Forgive
flows
us,
where
we're
energy goes.
raw and real and unfiltered. But there is a universal law, and you know what? I should actually print those out and have them handy because I think we're going to touch upon a lot of those
Yeah.
throughout our podcast.
Mhm.
But yeah, like we're always being assisted in finding the truth, but the truth is never really out there. It's just mirroring back to us the truth that we already have. And also, Cynthia, like what's really important to discern, like, or intuit truth. For me, when I hear truth, feel truth, sense truth, my body gives me full body shivers.
Oh, yeah, goosebumps, goosey.
Sometimes my crown will, like, I'll feel like there's my hairs are standing on
Yeah.
end. Or once again, I'll get synchronicity. Spirit will show me
Oh
a
my
message and
goodness.
say, "Yeah,
Yeah.
you are right."
Okay, I have to share this because it's like so amazing, and we'll have a whole episode on synchronicities, like, and
Mm.
signs, because that's like my jam. I love it. But we were just having a conversation before starting the episode, and we were talking just about my personal stuff, and all of a sudden, Conchetta feels tapping on her
Yes.
leg.
Oh, yes.
Like there's like nobody
Yeah.
there, and she feels 4 taps, and
Yeah.
4 in numerology, based on what I believe, is you're on the right track. And so
Yeah.
it was like beautiful
Yeah, because you
confirmation.
were wanting confirmation, or we had
Yeah,
just said, like,
like
put it out there and ask for a sign
yeah,
that will validate what we were talking
yeah. It was
about.
like I believe it, but then I
Right.
don't. Like I don't know.
And seriously, I was sitting here, and all of a sudden I heard this, well,
It
felt
felt.
this 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm like, Cynthia,
And
someone's
what's
tapping my right
I know.
leg. And
It's
I'm
so
like,
funny.
okay, I wish we caught that on video because it was hilarious.
It was so funny. She was like, Cynthia, is somebody tapping? I'm like, it was
I love it.
awesome.
But that's what happens with us.
Yeah, and what's wild is it was related to like the journey I went through on my leg, and Concetta didn't remember, but it was my right
Yeah,
leg.
I
And
didn't know. Like,
she
I
didn't know,
forgot
and
which
they
leg it
tapped
was.
her right
Yeah,
leg, right where I had the surgery. Like,
right.
what are the chances?
I
Like,
know. And that
I
was
was like wild.
wild. It was
So like
wild.
believing in these confirmations and these signs is like such a good intuition
Yeah.
booster.
And that was a validation
Yeah.
of what you already intuitively knew,
Oh yeah, and
but
spirit
you were
told me like I mean I
exactly.
got signs, spirit
Yeah,
telling me, I knew it, all this stuff. But we're human, and
we
so the
are.
human brain's like, really? Like
We
I
can
don't
doubt
know.
ourselves, or we always
Yeah.
need that
That
external validation.
external, yeah. Like you
Yes.
don't need it, but sometimes it helps. I'm not gonna lie. I really
It's
appreciated
so
that. It
true.
really like
Yeah.
it was just like that extra little like bit of like jolt that I
Yep.
needed, right?
Oh my god, that
Yeah,
was
that
so
was so
funny.
funny.
And I've only experienced physical tapping when I've been in mediumship circle. So
It's very rare.
that
It's very rare to
was wild.
physically feel
Yeah.
spirit, because it takes a lot, I
Yep.
think, for them to do that. So
Yeah, that was, oh my
uh,
god, that was so,
I wish
like,
we
I'm
had the
like,
camera rolling.
Cynthia, somebody's just tapping my leg. They tap
But your
4
face was
times.
like
Was it?
so funny. You're like
Well, this is how spirit
yeah,
works.
it was amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. It's so funny. I'm glad we could share that with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, coming back to our topic here. Let me just put on my glasses and see.
So, what is spirituality? I guess maybe we should
Okay.
define that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can share what I
Um,
think it is, or you want to go
well, it's
first,
funny because
or?
I looked up the definition just because I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm curious what encyclopedia says it is, or sorry, the definition. And it really is your inner connection to your soul.
Yeah.
Like,
In the most
just like what
simplest
we were talking
terms,
about.
it's the exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I love that. And
Because
if
your
I,
soul, sorry, but your
yeah,
soul is the intuition. Your soul is like that little voice. And yeah.
well, your soul has a direct connection to source.
Yes.
You are always in connection with
Always.
divine source creator, all
Yeah.
that is. So that is always available if you're tapped into that, right? So spirituality is, yes, you're going within and connecting to that true aspect of you, source creator, which is within, right?
Hmm.
Um, it's unfortunate that, again, like, and I just want to, not to talk negatively, but like, religion unfortunately has also infiltrated or inverted spirituality, because
Oh,
before
yeah.
any religion ever existed, there was only spirituality. It was only spirituality going back to ancient civilizations,
Yeah.
indigenous tribes. It was always about spirit and connected to
The
all
oneness,
that is the oneness.
the source.
And that oneness also includes
Yeah.
galactics.
Yep.
So religion came along and it was created by man, and they took something that was so pure and unfortunately inverted it and
Oh,
used spirituality as a way of disconnecting people from their source,
I,
because they became the third party between God and people.
this is what we were just talking about. When somebody says you need me to heal. So I remember as a kid, I had to go to Catholic school, and they were like, "You got to go and uh, give confession. So you got to
Mm.
say your sins to a priest, and then he will forgive you, I
Yeah.
guess.
Your sins
Because
will be
the
forgiven.
yeah, because the priest is connected to God or something. And I
Yeah.
I was like, this is like I was young, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, but if I can talk directly to God, then why can I not
Bingo.
just ask God for forgiveness? He
Yes.
already knows what I'm doing and seeing, and why can't I just be like, hey, dude, sorry, I love you,
Yeah.
forgive me. Like, why do I have to go through somebody else? And this is what we
Yes.
talked about at the beginning of the
Yes.
episode. When somebody
Exactly.
says you need to me to heal,
Yeah.
right there, like I love um like I believe in Jesus, I believe in saints and angels and all that beautiful stuff, but I also believe that they're not part of a religion.
No, they're
They're
not.
their own beautiful souls that have
Yep.
graced the earth and helped us heal continually now and
Yep.
all the way to
They're
now.
ascended souls that
They're
have reached.
ascended masters, and
Yes.
every religion has them. The Buddha, the beautiful Buddha, and Kuan Yin. Like there's so
Yes.
many beautiful
Mhm.
souls. And I love, like I have a beautiful. There's a beautiful church near me that I go and I sit and I talk to Jesus and Mother Mary. It's
Mhm.
beautiful. But what I don't love is the where they some churches like where they tell you got to do it this way, and I'm just like,
No.
no, 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 you can't
No.
tell me like that. I have to come tell you my sins. Like
No.
that's
I was just like you when I was little.
yeah.
I felt almost like sick
You know
to
what I
go to confession.
you
I'm
know what
like,
I did? Oh my god, I lied in confession.
uh,
I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not gonna do this. This
yeah.
is bullshit. So I like, but they forced me to do it. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just say what I lied to my parents. I did it, whatever, like the normal, like because they
Yeah.
give examples of like, oh, what is like confession? So I just
Yeah.
like took a couple of examples and I'm like,
Yeah.
fine, I'll just say this. And then I go home and be like, sorry, dude,
Yep.
I lied to a priest. But it's like all good, right? Like
Yeah.
I did.
I know.
I was like, fine, you're gonna force me to do something I don't want to do. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like, and when I was getting married in the Catholic, I
Oh my
got married in the
goodness.
Catholic church, and my husband was not Catholic, not religious, and like they're asking me questions like, "Have you had premarital
Oh
sex?"
my god.
And
Can you believe
I
that?
literally said to the priest, "I'm like, I'm sorry, how is this any of your business?"
Right?
And he's like, "Well, we need to know. We need to know for the church." And I was like,
No.
"This is not the church I
No.
love. It's a different church." I was like, "Fine, we didn't." Like, and he knew I was lying. I knew I was lying. I was like, I said it, like, fine, we didn't. Does that make you happy? Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Like, you're not gonna marry me because I had premarital
But
sex.
see, this is the
Come
thing.
on. Like,
Like religion
yeah, like I
shames
don't like
you.
that shaming.
They
Yeah,
shame
like the
you.
lower vibration.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's like they came in the middle and severed your
Yeah.
connection to God. They've made themselves the guru
Yeah.
of you, and they tell you you're supposed to kneel, you have to go to church every Sunday, you have to give money, you have to confess, you have to like all of these rules. And here's the thing. There are no rules when it comes to God
Mm,
or source because you are source.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
see, we are all fractals of source. We all came here from the great one, and we're here individual, but still
Hmm.
part of the greater. So
Yeah.
if we want to talk to God, we just talk to God. We don't
Yeah.
need to go to church. We don't need to talk to a priest. And that was when I saw through the bullshit of religion.
Hmm.
They call it spirituality, but that was when I really saw the the illusion of
Yeah.
all of
And I'm
religion.
not to put it all in a box because
No.
there's a beautiful like church by me, and the priest is beautiful, and it's like he supports you meditating and talking to God yourself and all of this stuff, right? Like, so it's the we're being like the general of like
Yes,
what came
general,
in.
exactly.
Thankfully things are changing.
Yes, slowly.
But like what we're trying to explain in this episode is to use your discernment to
Yes.
see what would be the old patterns, the
Mm.
old church ways,
Yep.
and which churches are following more enlightened um
Mm.
openness or not just church but wherever, which teachers are offering that enlightenment to help you rise by you going within and not
Yep.
needing this teacher for that.
Well, I mean, I don't remember all the Bible verses because I've read the Bible when I was younger, but even the Bible says the church is you. Your body is your temple.
Mm.
You are your
Well,
church,
I mean, I've talked to God or source, whatever you want to
right?
call that, and it literally feels like my because I've spoken with Jesus, I've spoken with lots of
Deities.
deities, um, and they all have their own unique
Yeah.
energy. Like we're all different, right? We all have that energy, that spark that's different in us.
Essence.
Essence. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, we all have our own essence, and it's true in spirit too. Jesus is like some cool dude. Like he's really Mother Mary. Oh my gosh, like the most love I've ever
Yes.
felt in my life. But when I connected to that God, that source, it felt like me.
Yeah. It is
It
you.
is.
You
That's
are
it. I
God.
was like,
That's
dude,
the
like
point.
it was so like
Yeah.
I could not differ. I mean, slightly, but very hard to differentiate between my energy and source's energy.
Yes.
And I was like, "Is this my higher self?" And he was like, "No, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm God. Like, or I'm source or whatever." He didn't use a name. Like, I use he because it's just a more masculine energy, but could be she. Whatever. That energy didn't give
Yes.
a name, but gave me a name to use just for my. But it said I am like the I'm like the being of all beings. I am one with all. So
Yeah.
even in connection with that source, it did not use God. It did
Mhm.
not use a name and just gave me a name for me to use for
Yeah.
my own, like what resonates with me, which would be different from everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's what you're saying is like that is the you are a fractal and of this essence,
Yeah.
and it feels so much like yourself.
Yeah. I know. And there was a
Yeah.
period of time where I actually didn't like the word God because of
Mm.
going through,
The church
I had
stuff,
to go
yeah.
through catechism and church. I grew up in a Catholic family and that was pushed upon me, the programming. And
Yeah.
I remember after I made the decision to step away from the religion itself, I had a hard time using the word God. And I think it's because I had related it to what I was taught and told, like God is a
Yeah.
man in the sky and God is this. And I'm like, but that's not, it never felt right to me. When I started to learn about consciousness and creator and all that is and the oneness, God is that. So, I mean, that's why you can use many words. Like
Mm.
God is what resonates for you. So for me, God is the creator. God is
Mm.
all, God is one, and God is me, and God is you, and God is the table. Like everything is God.
Yeah.
We are all from
Mm.
that. And I can
Mm.
now comfortably speak to God that way,
Yeah.
use the word God because
Yeah.
I've changed the identity of
Yeah.
what I was taught to what I feel it is now.
Yeah. I feel
And
that.
this is where that distortion happens in religion, and it's
Yeah.
hard to break from it. It really, really is.
Yeah.
You can see how some people who are in some of the more extreme, maybe
Mm.
cult like religions, that they
Yeah.
have a really hard time coming out
Well,
of it.
I mean, it's kind of like it's that emotion, that map of consciousness, the emotional map. If they're
Yeah.
keeping you in the lower vibrations of like shame, like you were talking about shame,
Guilt,
guilt, like
lack.
lack, like if you're feeling that, then that's not God.
It's not pure.
It's not. It's 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 a human 3D
Yes.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's why talking about what spirituality truly
Yeah.
is important because once you recognize that um, it's really an essence, I don't know, like when I started diving into quantum mechanics, which is amazing, I'm so passionate about it. You learn about, consciousness is it's a one all frequency.
Yeah.
God is consciousness.
Yeah.
In quantum mechanics you can say that God is consciousness. It's this higher level of vibration that we all stem from,
Yeah.
right? So when you're
Mm.
talking about energy and frequency, God is a consciousness.
Yeah.
Christ is
Yeah.
a consciousness.
Yeah.
Christ consciousness because Jesus was real.
Yeah.
He came to teach people how to embody Christ
Yeah.
consciousness, and he was sacrificed for it. And that's a whole different conversation because
Yeah.
that was again the inverting of religion and stuff. But at the end of it, everything comes down to energy and
Yeah.
consciousness, right? And We are consciousness. Every sentient
Mm.
being is consciousness.
Mm.
Even this table is consciousness
Mhm.
because it's an energy, it has a
It
vibration. It's
it's true. I
right?
mean, like I don't like I've spoken with trees and
Yeah.
animals, and there's no limitations
No, there
when
isn't.
you reach that level of
No.
consciousness, and it's beautiful.
And
Like,
rocks and
yeah, rock people,
like
oh my gosh, they're amazing.
everything is
Yeah.
consciousness. We
Yeah.
think that
Woo.
this is a solid object, but it's actually not.
Sorry, just like
Yeah.
I was like when spirit comes in, I start to feel like I get a like
Mm.
it's like a wave, and then I get really like feel like I'm gonna pass out. But when you talk about the rock people, I just so
Yeah.
like they're present.
Of
Beautiful. Thank
course.
you, rock people. We love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that kind of I feel like we kind of went a little maybe
Detour.
a detour, but at
But
the
it
end
was
of the
fun.
day it was fun, but it kind of is related
Yeah.
because having the understanding that spirituality has in essence been inverted, manipulated, twisted, and when
Mm-hmm.
you start to learn the truth of what happened,
Mm.
what's taken place, and you can come back to the truth, that's when you can embody your truth.
And we share this because we want you to feel the love and support that um, it's okay if you know, question things.
Hmm.
It's important actually that you do.
Well, that's part of discernment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Circle back. Like,
Yes.
yeah, like don't feel shameful.
No.
Um, it's don't let don't do it to yourself. Don't let other people do it to you. Like feel um just know that it's okay. I mean, I shared like some stuff I've done, and like just it's okay. It's okay to question things
Yeah.
and discern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like as things are going to get louder out there and there's a
Mm.
lot of conflicting information and disinformation, and I think a lot of it is just to confuse people. Now more than ever, it's so important that
Mm.
we really learn how to be in that discernment and start tapping into that part of you to make sure that what you're listening to, what you're focusing on, or what you're receiving is truth. And when I say truth, I mean truth for you,
Yeah.
because we all carry our own vibrations as well. So, like, what might be completely true for me may be slightly different for you.
Yeah.
So, you have to always check in with yourself.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because there's no one right way. Like,
no,
um, like even with the COVID shots, like we were talking about, just because it wasn't right for me, doesn't mean that it wasn't right for somebody else. Like, or you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like everybody is on their own journey, and
Mm,
the point of us sharing is just to share our journey and how we kind of got here, and to help you discern your
mhm.
own journey, your own
Yeah.
truth, and where you need to go, because we all have our unique paths. As we always say, like,
Yes.
you know, like we're unique, but we're also one. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Absolutely. Questioning is really, really big. Always ask questions because questions will always lead you to more and more answers that will hopefully align you to what you're supposed to see as truth,
yeah.
right?
And it's so important, I think, with this day and age we're in and all this information coming to us,
Yeah.
and like how technology, as great as it is,
Mm,
really like is a numbing of our brain and our soul and our connection. I think it's so important to take time and sit in silence, or like listen to a meditation, like have that time away from the noise, because
mhm.
that's the only way you're going to start to hear your inner voice.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with AI right now. That's a big one. Is
Hmm.
there's a lot of stuff that's being put out there that a lot of it is AI, and if you don't
Mhm.
have
Oh,
that
videos and
level,
stuff?
yes.
Yeah, I
Oh,
there's so
they're
many.
getting so
Yeah.
good that if you don't have discernment, you will not know if
Yeah.
what you're watching is organic or if it's AI. And so
Yeah.
that's why it's so important to really start to like harness that and
Mm.
check in with that. Like really it's so important. And yeah, I don't know, I just think it was important for us to share
Yeah.
this with people today.
Yeah, it felt
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it did,
Mhm.
didn't it? So I guess now, like, well, what about, okay, so how can we, let's talk about, like, because we're coming down to the end of our session here soon. Like, what are some things that we can do to reclaim back our power?
Mm.
And maybe like, by reclaiming back our power is how we step into our truth, our discernment, our intuition. Like, what are some
Mhm.
things that we can do, Cynthia?
Okay, well, for me, like I said, meditation,
Mm,
quiet time away from the noise, super, super important for me. Um, Actually, even going to the ocean
yeah, water.
is so important. It literally like cleanses my aura.
Mm,
And I know when I come back and I'm super tired, I
yes,
know I needed it.
yes.
um, I don't know. What about you?
Was just looking at some notes and stuff.
Hmm.
For me, it's like, it's really, I just check in. I check in with my physical body. Sometimes if I
Mm.
have been overloaded with information, and being a Gemini, I love information. I'm a
So true.
seeker of knowledge. Since I was the day I was born, I need to
I
learn
can
and know,
testify
and
to that.
right? So it's like, if I've been inundated with information and I'm like, okay, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, I just like sit with it and, meditate, or even just sit in quiet and just feel, I feel that in my body, and I can usually tell like what my body tells me. If something is not true, I'll get like a real tension in my solar plexus, or my
Mm.
nervous system will be dysregulated, or I'll start shallow breathing. And once I recognize those things in
Uh,
myself, I'm like, oh, okay, okay, what's going on here? And then I can just tap in, and then that's kind of what I have guide me to whether something is truthful, or um truth for me anyways. If it feels right. It's
yeah,
trusting your body, right? As well, because your body is your
it
barometer,
is. It really is.
right?
Yeah. And I love that because it's a perfect segue to if you're okay with it, like
Yeah.
doing a little takeaway.
Yes.
A little like
Yes.
homework, if you may.
Homework. Yes. By the way, you have homework in these episodes.
Welcome to Spirit School. Yeah, it's a perfect segue because why this okay, so here's what I suggest, a little takeaway. Why don't you make a you dictionary? So when like take 5-10 minutes a day and sit in quiet and ask your body, okay, hey body, how does it feel when I feel safe?
Mm,
And then just for me, I would go safe equals, and then what do I feel? Well, my body feels peaceful. My breaths feel deep. I feel clear in my mind. Whatever comes up for you, write it down. And then say, hey body, okay, how do I what how do what show me what it feels like in my body when I feel triggered. And
yeah.
what does that feel like? Shortness of breath,
Mhm.
irritated, twitching.
Yep.
And then, okay, hey body, thank you. Show me, tell me what does it feel like when I feel like you're trying to give me a warning, like a
Ah,
warning sign. Hey, this, you know, ears up, attention. And what does that feel like? What do you see? Maybe they're giving you, maybe it could be feelings, but it could also be like images. Um,
yeah.
so maybe like you see like an apple, like in Snow White, like don't eat the apple. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, like it could
Yeah.
be anything, right? And we all have
Exactly.
our own dictionary.
Yeah.
And so I feel like just sit 5-10 minutes a day, just write down like what does it feel like when you're trying to tell me this and that, and
Mm,
just write it down,
I
and
love
then
that.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then review it. And I think this will help in the discernment part,
Yeah.
and connecting the discernment and intuition.
Yeah. I love that, Cynthia. That's really good, because
Yeah.
if you're not used to what your body's signaling, this is a great way to kind of connect to it. And
Yeah.
it's simple, it's really basic. And
Because
once,
people say, oh,
yeah.
meditation, like, okay,
Yeah.
it's easy for us now because we've had like years and years and years of doing it.
Right.
But if you're just starting, meditation can be very difficult.
Yeah.
To calm the mind chatter can be very difficult.
Mhm.
So why don't you put your mind to work and be like,
Yeah.
work with your body and get some
Yeah.
answers, right? I
Absolutely.
also believe you should try meditation. Guided meditations are great when you start, but
Yeah.
this is an easier like
Yeah.
baby step, I guess. Like,
I love that because you're combining like somatics, which is important, like the sensations in your body,
yeah,
because energy is always in our body and it's always telling us, like, if we have a blockage, we'll know
yeah,
by, tightness,
yeah.
like if you carry, like me, when I'm really stressed, I carry a
Oh,
lot of tension in my neck. So like, what's my body telling me
oh
right
my
now?
Can I share
It's
a
like,
really quick story? Because
yeah.
this is amazing. Like, this blew my mind. This is where I was like, okay, the body totally is talking to us.
Yes.
So, my soul dog passed away a year and a half ago,
Mhm.
and it was hard. It was like, I felt like, besides my husband, he was the only one on this planet that gave me the love I needed.
Mm.
Like, just, it was just this. I loved him. We're soul partners. We actually joke, my husband, I'm like, he's my soulmate. I love you, but he's my soulmate. So anyway, he passes away. And so before, like a couple weeks before he passed away, I was getting this pain on my foot, like on top of my foot.
Mm.
I'm like, that's weird. Like, never happened before, ever. I'm like, oh, I don't know what that is, whatever. He passes away and the pain gets worse and it gets worse. Like a month into it, I go to the doctor. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with my foot? Like, I can't even walk. And he's like, it looks fine, whatever, mechanically everything was fine. Maybe you pulled something. And I'm like, no, like, this is more, right? So I finally sat down because it was hard for me to sit down with spirit because I had just lost
Yeah.
like my soul dog, right? So I'm like, it was just, I wasn't getting anything. I finally sat down and I asked spirit, I'm like, what is going on with this foot? I need it healed. And they said, look in Chinese medicine where the pain is on your foot. And I looked it up and it's pancreatitis, the pancreas. My dog passed away of pancreatitis.
Oh, wow. So you were
I was
just,
holding on to that
yeah,
part
you
of him,
were,
and
you
my
were.
body was telling me, "Hey, you're holding on to this piece of him, this
Yes.
pain that you need to release." So I went back into meditation. I'm like, "Okay, I get it. How do I heal this?" And my guide brought through my doggy,
Mm.
and he was amazing. And he told me, sorry, he told me that I needed to have a funeral. I never actually like
Oh,
had
like a,
like a release, like a, I don't
right.
know, celebration of life or funeral, whatever you want to call it. I never had that
Closure.
closure, that
Yeah.
letting
Oh,
him kind of just release, right?
yeah.
So he showed me going to the ocean because we love the ocean and bringing some flowers and like literally physically taking the flowers and releasing them into the
Oh,
water
that's
as if
beautiful.
releasing
Yes.
that, I guess, not the connection we had, but the physical time
Well,
together.
yeah.
Like, the just, it was all released there. So we released, and within 1 or 2 days, the pain was gone,
Yeah.
and it has not come back.
Yeah.
So, just to tell
Wow.
you, like, your
Hmm.
body
Yep.
speaks to you. Your
It
body,
does.
when there's emotional blockages or whatever, um, warnings, anything, your body is there, and it's trying to help you along the way. So,
Mm.
um, yeah, it's a beautiful, um,
Validation
like,
of like,
a
you know,
vehicle, a beautiful
well,
vehicle to kind of help you.
yeah, but how perfect is that? Like,
Yeah.
God does not make mistakes. Our
No.
creator,
Yeah.
source, our bodies are
Yeah, the intelligence. The intelligence.
insanely
It's
intelligent.
amazing. It's like it works with your soul. Like, it's like this well-oiled machine
Yeah.
that's beyond, I think, anything we'll
Yeah.
ever be able to
I
know in this
know.
life.
And like, just to loop it back around to like, our topic of like spirituality, like how beautiful is it that, like, when we look at spirituality and all that we've talked about, like
Yeah.
this past hour. It's just really understanding, inner standing. I like the word
Ah,
inner
I
standing,
love that.
that spirituality is really about you, your soul, your energy, your truth, your connection, your embodiment. It's just remembering that you're divine
Yeah.
and that everything that you need is within you.
Yep.
That is
Yeah.
absolute truth.
Mm.
And that to me is the definition of spirituality. It's
Yeah.
just coming back to you. And that feels really good. It feels really
Mm.
good, doesn't it?
Feels like a good way
Like,
to end the.
right.
Yeah.
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 So,
Oh, but we have to do our tea time
yes.
truth bomb.
Yes. Well, let's end off with okay. Do you wanna share that, Cynthia? I can't find mine.
Tea time truth
Yeah.
bomb. Spirituality isn't about leaving the world, it's
Mm,
about showing up more honestly within it.
yeah. Mhm. That's beautiful. Yeah.
And how do we show up in it is within ourselves.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
going within,
Yeah.
checking within.
Because yeah, you're not separating from the world. You're going within to be more into the world, more present in
Yeah,
the world.
exactly.
So within, so without,
Yes,
as we discussed in episode 2.
that's right.
All right.
Well, that was beautiful, Cynthia. And just before we
Yeah.
end, so the next episode, stay tuned because that's going to be like a bit of a part 2
Yeah.
for this episode.
How to trust yourself again. So
Yes.
it's basically linking to what we just talked about.
Exactly. We're
Yeah.
going to dive even deeper. So stay tuned for that next episode. And yeah, and before we sign off, Cynthia, I just want to say please like, share, follow, subscribe. And we're so grateful that you are joining us. And yeah, and
That's
I
it.
think we're good.
Much
We love you. We love
love.
you. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.